Microeconomics is useful to governments also. Yes, microeconomics is useful for government in deciding various policies. Policies like taxation policies, public expenditure policies, price policies, and so on and so forth. Now, with the knowledge of microeconomics, when the government frames these policies, it ensures efficient utilization of resources, overall development of the society, and it tries to attain an economic welfare of the society. Now, let us understand how this whole process is being benefited through microeconomics to the government. See, government apply various tax policies. I hope you are aware, recently government has applied GST. Now, how does this GST works? So, if I am a buyer and somebody seller, so when I buy, he demands GST from me. So, if I am a buyer for some product, but I am a seller for the same product to someone else, I'll collect the GST from him. And so on and so forth. This chain will continue, and ultimately the taxation policy created by government will directly affect the end consumer. So what level of effect will be created by a specific taxation policy will determine the amount of money available in the hands of the consumer. So the more amount of disposable money in the hands of consumer, he will spend more, so more money will be in the circulation and there will be economic development. So how a specific taxation policy affects the end consumer has been studied with the knowledge of microeconomics. So government, while deciding various taxation policies, there are two types of taxation policies. Direct taxes, which we pay to the government directly, like income tax, and indirect taxes like GST, we pay it indirectly, not directly, but in a process, we pay tax to somebody else and our tax being paid by someone else to the government. So that's indirect taxes. So there are two types of taxes. So whenever government will try to frame this taxation, it will try to consider the overall impact on the end consumer. So if the end consumer is not impacted badly and there will be sufficient money for his disposal, such kind of decision is being taken by government from time to time and creates sustainable growth in the system. Apart from that, government also takes into consideration various public expenditure policies. Now, the public expenditure policies, the policies in which government spend money on overall development, economic development of the society or economic welfare of the society. So, in order to achieve such economic welfare, how these policies are impacted on individual level will be studied, and then the guidance will be taken from them and the policies will be decided. Government also takes into consideration the price policies. Now, what are price policies or price? Now, price of a specific commodity, if it is keep on fluctuating, then it becomes very difficult for an end consumer to balance his budget. Now, with the government intervention, what government does, it tries to ensure that there will not be exorbitant price fluctuations. I'll give you an example. Let's say this year the sugarcane production is less. So what does government do? It open up imports. So we import the sugar, so the local price of the sugar does not shoot at an exorbitant level. In order to design similar policies, government takes help of microeconomics. So yes, microeconomics is useful to government at designing various policies, which in turn design overall growth of the economy, ensures efficient utilization of resources, overall welfare of the society.